Welcome to In It to Win It. This is Steve Barton, and thank you for tuning in. Obviously, I'm coming from a different site here. I thought it was too pretty outside. I'm not sure if you guys can see the snow or not, but pretty nice out here. Okay, today's Saturday, April 1st, and this is not April Fool's. Gold closed above a quarterly point that is quite significant. All right, so the highest quarterly close that gold has ever had is 1953. And we closed above that. We closed at 1969. So that's significant. Okay, so there's 4 quarters in a year, right? Companies, hedge funds get their quarterly reports. And in that report, they're going to see that gold had the highest quarterly close that it's ever had. Now, that's not its highest price point ever. Its highest price point ever hit twice, and it was around 2075. So this is below that. But this is the highest quarterly close that it's ever had. So the end of March, the end of June, the end of September, the end of December. All right. Highest monthly close ever was 1986. Now, we didn't hit above that, but I would argue that the quarterly close is the one that matters. Silver is up quite a bit too, up at $24. We have a lot of resistance to punch through for silver. That's going to be around $26 to $28. But the one that we are excited about is gold, because that's the one that central banks are buying. That's the one that people rush into first out of fear, and then after that, silver follows. So I think once we get a all-time high in gold, which will be around $2,100, after that, silver is quickly going to follow. Probably once gold is around 2,100, silver will probably be around 30. And once it punches through even that, then we're off to the races. So what's going on with the banks? The banks are consolidating. The banks are, we got about 4,700 banks right now. They are going to be continually bought up by the bigger and bigger banks. And that is a little concerning as an average day, everyday American, because now we have less and less competition. Okay, so with less competition, I mean, let's take an exaggerated example of that, and let's say, man, it's really coming down here. This is pretty cool. Let's take an exaggerated example of that, and let's say there's only 4 banks. Okay, well, now with the Federal Reserve introducing their Fed Now program, right, they want you to store your money with the Fed. Currently, it's illegal. But if they can get it passed through Congress and get it legal for the Fed to hold your currency, that is our step towards a CBDC, a central bank digital currency. Why is that bad, and why should we care? Well, if they have a central bank digital currency, that means that they can control every aspect of your financial life, right? That means that they can actually program this currency. If they don't think that there's enough money going into the economy to stimulate it, if they believe that we need to stimulate it, then what they'll do is they'll say, okay, well, whatever you have in your currency, it will depreciate by about 10% a year. That would influence people to go out and to spend money faster, because if they don't, by the end of the year, they're going to have 10% less, right? They could say that you're driving too much. Your carbon footprint is too high, right? So you can only spend $300 a month on fuel. And if you go over that, well, you're cut off at the gas pump. The fact that we have cash is so powerful because we can spend that on anything we want without it being traced. As soon as you go to a central bank digital currency, that all goes away. So how should we look at this? All right, now if we have, think of it this way. The currency that you have in your bank accounts is just a very small percentage of your net worth. If you spread out your net worth into things like properties, land, gold, silver, other things that are not specifically tied into that bank account, then as inflation goes up and as they have all these regulations on central bank digital currencies and they try to consolidate the banks, it's really not that much of a worry, because that is such a small percentage of your net worth. That is just what you're using to pay your everyday bills, right? But if you have a lot of your net worth outside of the banking system and under your own control, not under the control of the government, not under the control of the banks, then you're going to be fine. Okay? I hope you guys got something out of this. Please hit the like and subscribe. Leave a comment below, and I will talk to you next time.